O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Another episode of Hashtag Safe Story Podcast. We're back. The polls are closed. Stop the count. Yep. The people have spoken. I do think that Mac Jones did get a bit of a Senior Bowl push with all the buzz he had from Senior Bowl practices. But Mac Jones and over 200 people voted, which was very impressive in the poll that we had. So it was Mac Jones. It was J.C. Horn, cornerback from South Carolina. And is it Tony? Is it Tony? I don't know.
I thought it was Tony.
Tony from Florida, wide receiver, playmaker, one of my favorite players in the draft. But Mac Jones won it 36% in terms of the poll we put on Twitter of the folks that the hashtag Saints Twitter wanted us to break down. Me and Ryan have watched some Mac Jones. We watched 3 games. I think I watched 4 games. I think Ryan has watched 3 or 4 games. So we're going to talk about him. But before we get into that, we got to talk about the trade, bro. We got to talk about the Lions and Rams.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Rams, fuck them still, trades for Matt Stafford, and to acquire Matt Stafford, they gave up 2 first-round picks, Jared Goff, and a 3rd rounder. And my first thought was this: when you are a team in the NFL and you feel like if you feel like you have everything else on your team besides quarterback, and that's the only thing holding you back from getting to a Super Bowl and winning a Super Bowl, that price to pay to get that piece, that missing piece, even for 1 season, and if it ends up in a Super Bowl win, like 2 first-round picks in the 3rd, and you get off, and they got off that Jared Goff contract, which probably made them have to put in another first. That I appreciate the hustle, and I appreciate I get it. I get it, man. I really do. I understand it from their perspective.
100%. I get it. I mean, think about it. Like, the Bears gave up 2 first-round picks to get Khalil Mack. And look, Khalil Mack is a dog. He's had great seasons. He's had
might get traded or cut this offseason, though.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, he can have like one of the greatest seasons of all time, and it won't be enough to get you to the dance. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a quarterback. This is what I've noticed on Twitter this offseason, whether it's Saints Twitter or general football Twitter. People have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to the quarterback position. It is absolutely maddening at this point.
Well, for Saints fans, because they're in a position where it's like, okay, they've had this Hall of Fame style quarterback for years and hadn't got to the dance. So they're looking at it like, okay, yeah, you can have this great quarterback, but we've seen what it's like to have a great quarterback and still not be enough to make it. You know what I'm saying? Because the defense sucks, the rest of the team sucks.
Right. I would just say the Saints' perspective is our team, besides quarterback, this season and even half of last season, like the only thing's been missing has been the quarterback. Like from being a absolute dominant team.
Right. That's been a missing piece. Like everything else, special teams have been awesome. Defense have been awesome. Even if it's been up and down, beginning of the year, whatever. For the most part, on net, it's been a top 7 defense in the league. You know what I'm saying? For the past 2 years, really 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And the last 2 years specifically, the offense just been, especially this year, because the story this past season has been like if every game it was like if the offense can get it going, if the offense can, if the passing game, and I mean we had what like one game this season where like
The
the
second
offense,
Tampa Bay game, bro.
the second time, and that was it. Like that was it.
Maybe the Lions game.
The Lions game.
Yeah.
But even that started
That's it.
off kind of like
Oh.
But I mean, so it was just one of those seasons where we kept trying to look for reasons other than the quarterback. And there were other legitimate reasons. I mean, injuries on the wide receivers, injury on the offensive line. So I mean, there were plenty things to speculate about. But ultimately, when it came down to it, we just weren't good enough at the quarterback position to take another step. Which is just, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. So I look, man, I'm like, when it comes to a quarterback position, it's one of the most important positions in sports, not just football.
Sports, man.
Sports, man. Like
Sports.
it changes cities. Like it changes
Everything.
the whole city. I mean, Indianapolis, you know what I'm saying? Like without Peyton Manning. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Like changes the landscape, man. Changes the view of the city. Changes the economy. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine New Orleans Saints without having Drew Brees coming to town. I mean, it changes everything, man. It's so important. That's why, like, with Deshaun Watson, the whole talk, like, oh, what would you get? Like, it's unlimited. It's unlimited what you would give to get him. It's what I'm saying. It's
unlimited. Like I tweeted before the Stafford trade. I tweeted I would be willing to trade 4 first rounders and Michael Thomas. Like, just if that gave us Deshaun, put that deal together, make it happen, and I would not think twice about it. And the responses I got on Twitter were, "You're insane. That's too much. Well, good thing you're not a GM of the team."
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
And it's just, there's the love for first rounders.
It's wild. It's wild.
I love how the NFL is moving to where, like, the NFL is starting to get it to where these first round picks ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They are a 50-50 proposition at best.
And then when you're talking about a quarterback, it's
oh my God, like
30-70.
You could be picking number 1 overall and it's like a 30% hit rate. Like that's just how hard it's hard. It is hard to find a quarterback. And even when you think you got one, you're still not sure. It'll like take years to really figure it out if you really do got one.
Jared Goff, come on, man.
Goff, number 1, he was number 1 overall, right?
There was.
Matter of fact, he was the last Rams draft pick in the first round.
Time is a flat circle, bro.
And they won't have another one until like what, 2023, 2024, something like that.
I think it's 2024.
Yeah, but they're like, fuck it, man. Like, look, if we could just draft well, I mean, first round picks, you can get a first round pick if you really want one. You can trade a player, you can package some picks, some future picks. Like, you can get up to the first round if you need to. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I don't care about, like, if you wanted, if the Saints wanted Stafford, and like I would give up 28, like it wouldn't even be a question. Like 28, yeah, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like
28 and maybe a second. Like if they felt like getting him was the missing piece.
Right. And I think a big thing in that trade with Goff is, the reason that extra first was put in there is like, look, we need y'all to take this Goff contract off us, man.
It's the Brock Osweiler thing, bro. I tweeted about it. Man. I tweeted this. I tweeted. I said, man, when I start seeing like that whole thing of open competition between Goff and an undrafted rookie for a quarterback, I was like, it's done. It's done, bro.
They just want that contract off the books. They'll eat the dead money this year, whatever. But it's like, goodbye. Dead money is cap space in the next year. You know what I'm saying? So it was interesting. But it took, Stafford was somebody that, we don't know if the Saints were looking, but I'm pretty sure the Saints at least made a call. Call to old boy Dan Campbell and say, like, well, what's up? What we talking? So, it just takes a quarterback out of the equation going into this next season that we need to think about, so. It is what it is.
What I did find interesting, and I don't know how true it is, but it seems like it's pretty true that Carolina was willing to offer the 8th overall pick for Matt Stafford, and I would say that's interesting if that's true that the Lions didn't take that.
That's real interesting if they didn't,
because unless Dan Campbell, like I don't even know why you wouldn't take that, because you're getting a top 10 pick this year. You're not waiting. Multiple years to get it, and you don't have to take back the Jared Goff contract unless the only thing I can think about is they felt like if they wanted another quarterback, they felt like 8 was too low to get that player, and they didn't want to. It sounds weird, like maybe they didn't want a complete rebuild, and felt like at least with Goff he can make them. Oh man, Detroit's bad. Like they don't got talent.
Man, Detroit. I mean, Goff on that team, ew.
And think about it, it's going to be Goff on that team without Kenny Golladay because he's gone. He's not coming back.
Yeah, I don't think they have any wide receivers.
Bro, like it's going to be gross.
Yuck. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not 100% sure like Goff gonna be on the team. Like
I'm not either. I'm really not, bro.
I think they just might eat the money. Like I don't know what the cap space is looking like, but I'm sure it's not too bad. So I think they might just eat the money and they might draft a quarterback. I mean, where are they picking this year?
I had it pulled up. They are picking 7th.
They're picking 7, and
if they would have taken that Carolina trade, they would have been picking 7th and 8th in the draft. That's just interesting to me, man. That if that was offered, that they didn't take it.
Had to be another reason. Had to be more to it.
I don't know, man. That's weird, bro.
8? I mean, an 8 overall pick. Yes. Like soon as you would say, we'll give you 8. Yes.
Yes. Okay. What are your feelings about? And people are like, it's just Matt Stafford. Like this does nothing to improve the Rams. I'm like, did anyone watch? Did anyone watch the Rams last season? Like.
They benched their quarterback in a must-win game. Like what?
They benched him in a playoff game.
The playoff game is like, what do you mean? Like that's huge. Like, and Matthew Stafford, like he's gonna make. Like I don't know how it's gonna work. It's gonna be interesting. Like Sean McVay. Like I don't know how it's gonna work as far as the way he calls plays and all that stuff.
Yeah, and all the thing of like him talking until Matt Stafford's been in the league a while, man. You don't need to fucking talk to.
Like you don't need to talk to him. Just call the fucking play. Like you know what I'm saying. Like so, but he's gonna expand the offense, man. Like he's gonna expand the offense. He's gonna be a little more creative. He's gonna make some killer throws.
Bruh, it's gonna be Matt Stafford throwing to Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson. Who's the good white tight end? Tyler Higbee?
Oh, Tyler Higbee,
bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
He can get loose, man. Good offensive line.
Cam Akers? And what you hit on is that we don't know how good the Rams defense is going to be with Brandon Staley going to the Chargers, going to the other LA team. We don't know how good
but it's a talented defense. You know what I'm saying?
Like this puts them in contention to be a true NFC championship contender, not how they got in over us, and in a Super Bowl contender, bro. Like that's how bad their quarterback play was. Like it was that bad. Yeah,
it was, man. It was.
And I just feel like there's not a draft pick that can equate what they like. Now Matt Stafford's older, he has injuries, and he's one back shot, neck shot. Oh, he was on the Drew Brees rip plan this past season. Like he's one bad shot away from maybe his career potentially. And I'm not trying to put that juju on him, you know what I'm saying? But that's just real talk. And if for them to acquire him, and let's say that that doesn't happen, like that something happens to him, like that's bad. Like then you're royally fucked. But it could also work out for them. And I love I love teams that have balls that go for it.
Yeah.
Especially at the quarterback position, because if people go and listen to our podcast about the potential Saints dynasty, that's like for the Saints have had balls to go for it in terms of making moves, but they haven't had balls to go for it in terms of making moves to acquire a quarterback. And now that's why they sit in the position where they are.
Where they are. It's a black hole. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Taysom Hill, only quarterback under contract right now.
That's it. I'm seeing everyone saying that Jameis is going to be a starter next season.
He's not on the team right now. He's not.
Oh, come on, man.
Put that in your head. Yes, and I agree with most people that he is most likely going to re-sign with the Saints. But that's just my feeling. Like, there's nothing on paper that confirms that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like Indianapolis doesn't have a quarterback. They have a shit ton of cap space.
Like, Mark Ingram was expected to sign back with the Saints. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is just your agent to goof up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just like anything can happen. Like, hey, Chicago Bears wants to offer you this. Like, okay. I haven't heard anything from the Saints in the past week, so okay, I'll take the Bears offer.
Uh-oh.
That's simple.
Uh-oh.
And we've seen the Saints do that, just like kind of sit on their hands and
Carl Nicks.
Like, we're gonna wait till the last minute to make it up. No. If they intend to have Jameson, they did. Like, why is he signed right now? That's my question.
Yeah, like I'm seeing like little deals coming. Like people are making little contracts and stuff, and
like, at least an agreement. I mean, maybe you gotta wait until until the league year ends or whatever. But it's like, why not get something in place? I don't know.
All right, let's talk about Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Who?
Mac Jones.
Quarterback, Alabama. I don't know. I want to say it may have been my dude, John Shipley. Shout out to my dude covering the Jags, Sports Illustrated Maven, killing it.
Love John Shipley.
It may have been him. I don't know if he tweeted it or maybe it was a retweet during the college football season, and I can't remember. But all I remember the tweet being was someone was saying, like, I don't know if John said it or maybe the retweet, the original person that tweeted it, basically was like, is Mac Jones better than Tua? And with the little eye emojis and like a video of him throwing the ball. And I looked at it, I was like, all right. And I just kind of just stored it away, didn't think anything of it. As I watched absolutely the least amount of college football this past season I've ever watched my whole. I don't watch a lot of college football in general, but even by my standards, this past season was next to nothing.
Bro, I watched less than you.
You watched less than me, yes. And the little that I saw, like every Alabama game I saw, I was like, man, there's something there in this player. Like, he doesn't excite me. Like, I don't get like, whoo, Mac Jones. Like, I'm sweating when I'm watching him as a quarterback. But but like the throws, and I was like, there's something there, man. I kept seeing it. And I think he's gone from a prospect that was probably thought to be like a third round pick, and then maybe had elevated to like a second round pick. But now, with how he played this season, winning the national championship, he goes to the Senior Bowl, which he didn't have to go to the Senior Bowl. You know how coaches love that.
Yeah. Oh, he loved that shit.
Oh, he's competing. Okay,
he's here to compete. He has his lunch pail with him. It's ready.
Tell that to the quarterback from Oregon who went to the Senior Bowl and took one step and tore up his knee and never. He was supposed to be like a high, top 10 pick. Ofi, a Tui, I don't remember, but anyway. And everyone at the Senior Bowl practices, Tony Pauline, Ross Jackson, whoever, shout out to our dude Ross, just you kept seeing it, like just raving about how Mac Jones was in the practices. And now I was initially thinking maybe after Alabama won the national championship, I was like, okay, I could see a team drafting him late first. I think he's top 15 right now, bro. Like, I really do. Like, DJ, Dan Jeremiah of NFL Network also calls the Rams game with Matt Money Smith, was on the Pat McAfee show, and he said that he believes that there's 4 quarterbacks going in the top 10. So Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance. That's 4. Well, I think he may have said 4 in the top 10, or at least for sure 4 in the top 15. So that leaves Mac Wilson to be like that 5th guy. And I know like a lot of people may not like him, and we're going to like, I get it. Because when I was watching him, it was like, man, sometimes he has forever to throw back there.
Bro, like he's doing taxes back there. He's like, well,
he can make some food in the air fryer, flip it. Devontae, he opened.
Like, who should I throw to?
So it's hard to get a feel of how he handles pressure, how he handles like, you know. But I did see some throws where like pressure was coming. He stood in there. He does make some subtle pocket, movements in the pocket to allow him to throw. But I get why he's a hard prospect to evaluate, just because he gets so much time in the pocket, bro.
Pristine pockets, bro. Pristine. And I'm counting. I'm like, okay, let me just get past 2.5 seconds. It's like 2.5, 3, 4. Okay, he finally throws it. It's like, what the fuck?
They have a luxury with that offense. He was able to take 7-step, 8-step drops.
Oh man.
So I think I've rambled enough. So I'll let you start. We watched them against. I watched them against Florida, Kentucky, and LSU. What were your impressions of Mac Jones as a prospect?
Just heads up, I watched Florida, half of Kentucky, and Georgia. But my first thing came to mind was, poise. That was obvious. Trying to get people understand, like, he doesn't have like a cannon, which is, it's not a knock. Most quarterbacks don't have cannon arms, but it's not like a tic-tac arm. It's a good arm strength. So
he does.
He can make all the throws. He's really good in the intermediates. He could throw some darts too, like when he takes the ball and he puts that back foot back and decides to throw. I mean, that bitch coming out like it's pew.
He has one of the best deep balls.
I was about to say that his deep ball, he puts like a nice arc on. Yeah, so the arc under his deep throws are really nice. So when when he throws the ball, he kind of changes up the way he throws it. Sometimes like you can do the compact delivery thing, especially like on those quick throws where it's like those those shotgun steps he takes and it's boom, get the ball out, real compact, real nice delivery. And the deeper throws or the throws where he kind of got to take his time a little bit in the pocket, he does kind of like a Phillip Rivers type thing, not as bad as Phillip Rivers, but he'll just kind of wind up and just kind of chuck it. But overall, I think he has good mechanics. His feet, his knees are always bent. Eyes are always downfield. I never see him like look at the rush. He has a lot. Like there's a lot there to like, and I came in just kind of biased. I wouldn't say biased against Alabama quarterbacks, but just kind of like I got those question marks, man, because they always have a good offensive line, because they always have great wide receivers, great running backs, great defense. It's like, everything going well. I need to see these. That's why I wanted to watch some of the Kentucky tape, because it looked like, he had some struggles there. I watched some of it. He played well in that game. He played well against Florida.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I watched some Florida. Their cornerbacks could be a little physical. I wanted to see how he does that with the tight man coverage and stuff like that. He did well. He did well. Like he switched it up. He targeted his running back a lot, his tight end. Made some like pinpoint throws to his wide receivers. Um, but I guess just from the few games I watched, the question still remains for me: what does it look like when it gets ugly? Like
Mhm.
when he has to be creative, you know, Aaron Donald and Chris Jones and all those guys are muddying up the middle of the pocket. He has to boom. I think um, it would be great for him, in a play action scheme. Kind of reminds me of like Baker Mayfield, like Baker Mayfield at his best. You know, get him, under center where he's able to get under center, you know, fake the play action, boom, hit that back foot and make those throws. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that'll be best for him to start
Yes.
to get, just to get at ease with the whole speed of the NFL. He's not going to have guys open like he had
No.
at Alabama. He's going to have to make real tight window throws, and he's going to have to get the ball out real quick. Like, he will not have 4 or 5 seconds to throw the ball. So everything's like the processing will have to be fast. But one thing I did notice is his decision making was really good. Like he had
Yeah,
really good decision making, man.
he
Like
does.
very few times did I see him like, and I was like, why did you throw that? You know what I'm saying? I look back, I'm like, almost every throw he'd make is like that was a good decision. He throw away the ball quite a bit. Like boom, it wasn't there. Like he'll throw it, he'll throw it at the feet of the defender, or he throw it out of bounds or whatever. Just you could just tell he just had it together, man. Like a dude, like he looks like a dude who could start week one. You know what I'm saying? Like who will come into practice and probably dominate practice, and that would be ready to go like week one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. The more I watched them, the more I liked them. It's funny with you brought up the Baker Mayfield comparison, because when I watched them, I got and I'm gonna say this and people are gonna feel real gross about it, but there's a little Kirk Cousins to him
Mm,
of especially like with the play action, because Kirk Cousins
yeah.
will cut you up with
Oh,
play action, bro.
he'll kill you.
He'll kill you with play action with the run game, and the way I watched him, I kind of got, and like Kirk Cousins can throw a good ass deep ball too.
Yeah.
What plays Kirk Cousins a lot is the mistakes and the interceptions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to predict and translate that from college to the NFL. But when I saw from Mac Jones is he didn't make a lot of, like you said, bad throws where he's
Right.
like making bad decisions. It was difficult to see how much he's able to progress through his reads, just because a lot of his first reads, whether it's the scheme, because Steve Sarkisian was great at play calling at Alabama all season,
How about that?
right, and just the offensive weapons that they had. He didn't really need to go off his first read a lot, but I did see a lot of times where if the first read wasn't there, he knew he always kind of had his check down and
Yeah.
Najee Harris, and it was quick to check down to him. I saw 2 throws where I'm like, okay, like I'm good with him as a prospect in terms of the arm ability. Is it was the Florida game, I believe, and he makes a throw where the Alabama offense is on the left hash, and I believe Devontae Smith runs like a deep out, and a deep out to the left. So it's not throwing from the right hash to the left out, but still like the left hash, and it was a deep out. That's the throw. If for anyone who's wanting to scout whatever quarterbacks, that's the throw that a lot of scouts or whatever say that as a quarterback you have to make that throw as a prospect, is that deep out. When the receiver is cutting towards the sideline, because if you don't make that, if that throw isn't perfect in terms of arm straight and accuracy, that's a pick six going the other way. And that's something that Drew Brees, as time got older, he couldn't make that deep out throw no more, bro. Like
No more, man.
It wasn't there. So
They didn't even call it.
no, they didn't, bro, because they knew that was a house call. It may have been No, I don't think it was a deep out that Jack Rabbit took to the house against Week 1 and Tom Brady. But Mac Jones threw a perfect deep out to Devontae Smith, right between two defenders, and it got there, and I was like, oh shit, like that's impressive. And then I don't know if this happened in the first half of the Kentucky game or the second half, but Alabama's offense is in the red zone, and he kind of gets some pressure, and he's kind of he's scrambling out to his left, and he throws BB to Devontae Smith with amazing accuracy.
You know, I got to go to the coochie hole. Like that was the coochie hole throw, dog.
Boy, I was like, yo. And I saw, so those two throws I saw, and I was like, I'm good. I don't like, he can make the throws. It's funny because I was kind of, a lot of people don't like listening to commentators as they do their film study, whatever. I don't mind it because like, whatever. I prefer it. I'd rather listen to it than not. But I believe it was the Kentucky game, kind of hearing them talk about him, of how much he grew in the Alabama offense, from not knowing where to get guys lined up to not knowing where guys get set, to being able to getting guys lined up and know exactly where everyone was supposed to go as a senior. And you saw it just watching 3 games of him, or 4 games of him, like you could see it. He had command over that Alabama offense, in and out. He knew it.
Look, man, like I live in Alabama, and when Tua went down last year, year before last, whatever, like nobody freaked out. It wasn't like, oh no, Tua's hurt, got to go to Mac Jones. It was like, oh well, Mac Jones starting. All right, time to roll. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, some part of that's just Alabama them being good, but it was just like, Mac Jones ain't no slouch. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones, a whole piece out here. You know what I'm saying? So he, you know, he took command, man.
He did. He isn't going to, like, the thing we talked about is kind of like extending plays and making plays off script. He's not that. He's a very traditional pocket.
He's not twitchy.
No.
That's one thing I was looking at. I was like, doesn't really have that twitchiness to him, that kind of just, I don't know, just kind of that quickness that you want to see. Yeah, he's not a statue, but it's just kind of like, he is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like he takes his drop and he makes the throw. He'll give you a little shoulder shake here and there. And, you know, if you come in on a rush, he'll shake you off a little bit and just, you know, mosey on down. He'll run a little bit, but it's nothing he's not going to run like a, you know, he'll probably run like a 4.9 or a 5, you know, a 5.0 in the 40. So it's nothing that's going to blow you away. So, I mean, that's what he is. So, you know, I know a lot of Saints fans are kind of craving for, you know, one of the quote unquote newish type quarterbacks that could run and, you know, they could, you know, glitz and dazzle and all that stuff.
That ship has sailed.
We could have had that, but you know.
Yeah, we could have had 3 of them. That's gone, bro.
That's not there, and honestly, it's really not there in this draft. I mean, you know,
I would say Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence. I mean,
Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, Justin Fields. Like it's there. It's there. I don't think it's to the degree that it was with Mahomes, Watson, and Lamar. Obviously,
no.
But it's there.
And it's like I don't know where these quarterbacks gonna go. I mean, we saying the top 10 like look. I mean, Deshaun Watson, what he went 12, 13?
He went 12. No. He went right after. No, did he? But where did Deshaun go?
Did he go 12? We picked 11, right?
We picked 11, and I think Houston traded up underneath us.
Yeah.
And drafted him at 12.
Okay, yeah.
I believe that's
right.
Well,
Lamar went 32?
32.
And Lamar was a fucking dog in college. You know what I'm saying? Like a dog. So it's like you really don't know how these things going to play out. But I'm assuming a lot of these quarterbacks go high. But we'll see, man, because like this is a different like evaluation process. It won't be a combine. The in-person workouts won't be happening like they used to. It's gonna be all over Zoom. It's gonna be different, bro. Different from last year. They at least had the combine last year.
Can they even bring people in for private workouts?
No, man. No private workouts, bro.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Buddy.
It's gonna be totally different, dog. So any predictions about where anybody's going, I throw all that. I'm not listening to none of that shit this year because it's a different year. It's different from last year, even though we had COVID last year. You still had a combine last year. You still had like half the pre-draft process. This year it's like none of the pre-draft process. Not to mention a lot of these players are opt-outs. They didn't play at all last year. Or they played and only played a couple of games, half a season. So it's like I ain't predicted nothing. Like your mock drafts, your mock drafts ain't shit anyway. Mock drafts this year, they don't mean shit, bro.
Only one you can take to the bank is Trevor Lawrence at 1. That's it,
That's
bro.
it. That's the only one that's going home. Like there's no that motherfucker undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on it though. Yeah, I'm expecting in the coming weeks to be, Trevor Lawrence got skinny knees or some shit. Like they gonna come up with something, man. Like you know how it go, bro.
I do. It's insane. But let's so, and I tweeted this before we started recording, as I said, I tweeted if the Saints if they want to draft Mac Jones, and according to shout out to our guy Ross Jackson again, sounded like at that Senior Bowl the Saints was in Mac Jones' ear a lot there. Just
they love the Senior Bowl.
They do, bro. They do. But I tweeted if the Saints want to draft Mac Jones, it ain't happening at 28.
No, it's not happening.
Saints fans, like at a point I thought it could. That's gone, bro.
No, it's not happening.
It's not. If they want him, they might have two firsts on the team next season, bro.
All right, let's I need to pull it up. I need to pull up the draft.
Pull it up. Because I wanted
what's that fucking website you use?
Tankathon. Tankathon.com.
All right. Because look, free agency is going to answer a lot of questions.
It is.
You got a lot of quarterbacks available in free agency. You got a lot of quarterbacks available being traded.
Right. So Watson may be traded, to the Jets or the Dolphins, and that completely, throws the top half of the draft into flux.
All right. Let's just go through it. Okay. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence. NY Jets, Justin Fields or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Houston.
Nope, not Houston.
I'm sorry. Dolphins. We'll see how that goes. Maybe that, ends up being Deshaun Watson or, I don't know. But let's just say it stays how it is. The Dolphins, maybe they take a quarterback. Okay, so that's 3 teams out of the quarterback market.
Yep.
Then you have the Falcons. Who knows what they do? Maybe they take a defensive player. Maybe they take a wide receiver. Replace Matt Ryan with a quarterback. Cincinnati Bank.
Could you imagine Devontae Smith, Calvin Ridley?
No.
Julio Jones, bro.
No, I don't want it.
Nah, bro. All right.
But they need to be trying to fucking trade for Watson if I'm being buck right.
For sure.
Okay, Cincinnati Bengals, they out of the quarterback market right now.
Completely.
Eagles.
They out.
Yeah, they've gone all in on Wentz with whoever that coach is, whatever his name is. Nick. Detroit Lions. They should be in the market, but it's 50-50. Panthers.
Wouldn't that be some shit if they traded for Goff and then they drafted a quarterback at 7 too?
Bro, I would not be shocked at all.
Bro, just get completely cock-holded all over the league.
I'm ready for it, bro. I am so ready for it. The Panthers, I think they're definitely in the market for a quarterback.
They about to get Teddy Black ass out of there real quick, bro.
Get Teddy out here. Okay, so they could be somebody that's in the Mac Jones.
It seems like they are potentially heavy in the Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I can see that happening too. Like Deshaun Watson or whatever. Or maybe another free agent. I don't know. I think whoever they get, it's gonna be like Deshaun Watson or a draft pick. draft prospect. Denver, they're in the quarterback market.
Yep.
Dallas, we assume Dak goes back. Giants,
They're not in the quarterback market. They should be in the quarterback market.
they should be, right. San Francisco,
I think they're in the quarterback market, bro. I don't.
but I don't see a rookie. I don't see a prospect though.
You know what's funny is when I started thinking. So I just started thinking of teams that could draft Mac Jones. Right. The first when I went through this list in terms of where I think he might be available and team fits, the first team I stopped at was San Francisco. Because
he'd be good in that system.
If you just think of what Kyle Shanahan has this fascination with Kirk Cousins that just he can't quit Kirk Cousins, bro. Just can't quit him. Just refuses to.
That's his bait.
And I get it. I get it, Kyle. I have mine too. But he can't quit Kirk Cousins. But I was just thinking, like at 12, I even said it early on the podcast. I see some Kirk Cousins and Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I could see, Kyle Shanahan looking at, he went to Alabama, looking at the film. Okay, he can sling that thing in some play action. Okay, all right.
You think he would draft him though? Like with Jimmy G on the roster.
Yep.
They got Nick Mullins or whatever.
I absolutely do. I do. I think there's some quarterback tomfoolery that's going to happen in San Francisco this offseason.
Oh, I agree. I just think he wants a veteran. Okay,
that's fair. I can see that. So this range from 12 to 17, because I was thinking if the Saints want to draft Mac Jones, this is the range, right?
Yeah.
The Niners at 12. You have Minnesota at 14. They could draft the younger Kirk Cousins. You have New England at 15. I could see New England don't have weapons, but in terms of quarterbacks, in terms of what New England kind of looks for and what they like in a quarterback, I think Mac Jones checks off a lot of those boxes.
Oh man, I think New England would love Mac Jones.
Love him, bro.
I think they are going to try to get him.
They would love him. And then 17, Las Vegas.
Yeah,
if Derek Carr is not the guy, I could see John Gruden watching Mac Jones saying, he can get the deep ball to Henry Ruggs, and he takes chances down the field. I think this is the range that the Saints, if that's their guy, and this is all hypothetical, but if they want to get him, I think from 12 to 18 is going to be where they would have to get up to. Because after that, you got Washington at 19, need a quarterback. Chicago at 20, needs a quarterback. 21, there's so many teams that need quarterbacks, bruh.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. It is funny too, because I think last draft or before the draft, I was thinking there's not a lot of teams that need quarterbacks because
right.
Because it's.
But we knew that would be short lived. It was
it's right. It's just crazy. So
yeah.
So
Indianapolis.
So let's picture Mac Jones in the Saints offense. Since we're talking about him on the Saints podcast, how would you think he would fit in the Saints offense?
Well, like I said, I would like to see. I think they would have to go a heavy play action. I'm not saying you run the ball like crazy, but the run game. I think it would start with the run game, and that play action would be I think you see the highest percentage of play action in the Sean Payton era. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Mac Jones will just be so good at it, and it'll really help him. I think Sean Payton to see that it'll really help him really get accustomed to playing quarterback. But other than that, I think it'll be a lot of the same that we saw with Drew, say from 06 to 2011. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the production will be the same, but I'm saying like just the style of offense. It'll be from the pocket. I think Sean would incorporate some pistol concepts in there and some spread concepts at times. Maybe some little read option plays here and there, RPOs. Not saying that's what Mac Jones' strength is, but he's done it. You know what I'm saying? So he'll put a lot of quick game in there, just to speed up the whole tempo. And I think just the tempo of it, I think it'll be just like a real fast tempo offense that'll just get the ball out, like get the ball out of his hands. And I think you'll see a lot more down the field, between the hashes, just downfield plays, hitting the safety between the linebacker, all that shit that we used to see from Drew back in the G. I think you'll see a lot of that, man. Like I think it'd be dope, man. I think Mac Jones with Sean Payton, and I think Mac Jones is really smart. I think Sean Payton will like a player like him because I think he'll like bring on a lot of the just the mental stuff, that just goes into a Sean Payton offense, which is honestly it'll just be interesting to see like a rookie in Sean Payton's offense. Like how would Sean Payton approach that shit?
Bro, like I was. It's funny too because I was thinking about how well Mac Jones had control and command over the Alabama offense, and I started thinking, like, if Sean got a rookie quarterback, right? It couldn't be the same, right? He couldn't have the same, like, and he admitted that even when Teddy came in the lineup, he needed to change some things because it wasn't so he would have to change, and
I try to tell people like there's the Sean Payton offense and there's like Drew Brees' offense. Drew Brees has his own like playbook, like within the infrastructure of the Sean Payton playbook.
Yes,
just things that they do day in and day out. If this cornerback is playing off, with leverage towards the sideline, do this. If the linebacker's showing a blitz but does this, you take this route instead of that route. Like all these little things, like the game within the game that him and Mike Thomas have and him and AK has and stuff like that. That's the stuff that they've just developed over years, like through time. With a rookie, it's not going to be none of that. It's going to be like Sean Payton's plays, and that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be straight up. That's like we saw with Taysom Hill. It was just like straight up Sean Payton's plays, which are great plays, but you got to execute them. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything has to execute perfectly. So it'll be interesting to see, like, when a rookie comes. That's why I'm just so excited about this whole journey right here, man, because it's like we don't know what the fuck we going to see, bro. We don't know. This shit could be a dumpster fire, bro. This shit could be terrible, man.
It could. It really
and Sean
could,
Payton is like kind of old school, man. So it's like, he might coach. He's probably gonna coach guys hard. Probably gonna eat them alive. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know how this shit gonna play out, man. Like
I will say. I do think you hit on it, though. I do think, like, if Sean just watches Mac Jones cut-ups, like, just watch his cut-ups, he's going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like, I can envision him seeing Mac Jones throwing a 60-yard touchdown to Deontay Harris.
Exactly. Oh, and he could.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he could do it. Like, he could. I mean, imagine the hard play action. You running AK, you running Latavius Murray, you know what I'm saying? You get the fucking offensive line humming, boom, boom, you get to like that mid-range of the field. That's shot, that shot play time.
That shot play time.
Shot play time, hard play action, boom, down the middle of the field. You could just see Mac Jones doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
You could just see it, bro.
When I saw those deep balls, I was like, bro, that could be Deontay Harris,
Yeah.
The Marquez Callaway I saw at Tennessee that didn't exist in the Saints.
Yeah. All he did was get downfield and hit jump balls, man. I'm like, yeah.
Man. It's gonna be interesting, and we have no idea what's gonna happen. This is just fucking for fun, man. But it was a good exercise for me to watch Mac Jones because he's going in the first round. He's going in the first round. Like I am very confident about that now. And I get why he's a strong. I'll say this: he wasn't as hard as a prospect to evaluate than I thought going in.
Right. Exactly. You could find the plays. Saints fans, if you want to like study him, you could find the plays where things aren't pretty to see how he handles them, and that's the focus for me. How do you handle things when they aren't perfect, when they aren't pretty? Because in the NFL, honestly, you got 2.5 seconds to throw. You know what I'm saying? Unless you can create more time for yourself. So you got a short time to throw. The windows are tiny. So you have to play at a different level. So it's important to go back and find when things don't go well and find the reasons they don't go well. Because sometimes it's not the quarterback's fault. Sometimes it's looking like a guy, ran a route lazy or anything. So
anything, right.
So just go back and look at all the film you can find and try to just find answers for the questions that you have. And then you'll probably find them. And even then, you still won't know shit because at the end of the day, nobody knows anything. Nobody knows, man.
Truly, bro. No clue.
Like, no clue, bro. All you can do is just make your opinion, man, and just go off that, man. Like, that's why people are like, oh, you just some motherfucker sitting on YouTube watching game cut-ups. You don't know anything. I'm like, man, look. Scouts, look, they have a ton of experience, and I'm sure they know a lot more than me, but...
And they still get shit completely wrong.
They get shit wrong and cause organizations hundreds of millions of dollars. I ain't costing nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So don't tell me shit, man. Like, don't tell me shit, bro. Like, this is all humans evaluating human beings.
That's it, man.
That's all it is.
This off season, this draft, like I think we're about to see something we ain't seen, bro. Like I can feel it reverberating, like shit's building, bro.
Shit building, man. Saints Twitter just gonna be off the hook, dog, because it's like everybody just they dig in their little trenches and where they gonna plant their flag. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Team Jameis, shout out to my dude Anchor, who that? Like he Team Jameis all day. You know what I'm saying? He planted his flag. You know what I'm saying? I love it though. I love it. Like plant your flags, man. Like we'll see. I don't know. I haven't planted my flag yet. I haven't planted it. We'll get there.
I don't think I don't have a flag to plant, bro. Like,
yeah, me.
I planted my flag. 2000.
Lord.
I planted it already, bro. Now I'm just
let it go, nigga.
I'm just
let it go.
You want me to let it go when he's about to play his second Super Bowl, right?
Look at him. He's gonna have like 5 or 6 Super Bowls. It's what it is, man.
I don't understand how it makes you so calm. That I don't get it, bro. Like the Saints like missed out on LeBron. Like you're just like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, it happens, man.
I'll say this: not having a flag has made things a lot more entertaining because, like, I just want people to truly understand the quarterback position and its importance, man. Like that's it. Like that's all. I just seeing a lot of this devalued.
This Deshaun Watson. I want people to just stop talking about it, bro.
Please, like what so many people have been blocked in a span of 2-3 weeks because it's like if you can't, like, if I can't have a conversation with you where you cannot grasp his value, like I don't want to talk to you, and I don't want to know anything else you ever have to say about life again. Like you're blocked, like you're gone.
People talk about Lattimore, like I wouldn't give up Lattimore. I'm like, what? What? You
wouldn't give up Lattimore, who the Saints drafted over Deshaun. Okay. All right, man. We ain't doing this.
It's like, what?
We ain't doing this. No.
Man, you know how hard it was to find a cornerback? Imagine trying to find a quarterback. How long have the Saints looked for a quarterback before Drew Brees? Please tell me. Like, please tell me. It was the entire history of the organization.
Listen, you asked me last night. You said if you had to give up $8K to get Deshaun, and obviously if the Saints were giving up $8K, it wouldn't just be $8K. Like let's clear.
Just to start the discussion, Texans say $8K got to be involved.
And you asked me would I do it? I took a pause and I said yes, because it's the quarterback position.
Yes,
like it would hurt. Like
it would hurt, man. Oh, it would hurt.
AK my top 5 Saints of all time, bro. Like
easy.
Love AK.
Love it. Hurt.
Love it.
Then you'll see the song coming out that tunnel, boy. You like, man, woo.
And imagine if they had to give up AK and still kept Michael Thomas.
Oh, like, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you just got to put things in perspective. Like, you can look at it as AK, the player who we love. Like, I love AK. Love him as a personality. Love him as a player. Everything. But then you got to look at it like, okay, he's a running back who can catch passes and put up yards and touchdowns. And we won like Super Bowls without him, without having someone like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you'll be okay. Like, I'm not saying missing him would hurt, but like you'll be okay. Like
the reason the Chiefs are going to 2 straight Super Bowls ain't because of Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Darrell Williams.
No.
Because fucking number 15 has the fucking cape under his fucking jersey.
Cape under his jersey, bro. But I was just thinking about it. It would be funny though. I could see if like the Saints just did all that shit to get Deshaun, and we have like 3 back-to-back 79 seasons. And the Saints would just be, oh my God, it'll be terrible.
And then no first round picks.
First round picks. It'd be so fucking depressing. But you know what? You got Deshaun Watson, man. Even then, he's like still in his 20s.
He's 25. He's 25 years old, bro.
Bro, it's like you are giving your franchise just a new lease on life for like the next 15 plus years.
Imagine, like, Saints fans are mad because Drew, well, not some like really like in like they're just weird. Like Drew Breezers like are just whatever. We get it. This is Drew's end. Whatever. People are ready to throw Drew out the fucking mansion like it's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and he's fucking DJ Daddy Jeff at this point, bro. Like every day I see someone saying, "Perfect day to retire, Drew Brees." Like it will at him. So conversely, imagine how the Texans feel, bro. Like imagine being a Texans fan. Probably getting rid of JJ Watt this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Your franchise quarterback that you have since your inception as a team. The Texans came in the league, what, 2003? Whatever fucking years it was. 2003.
Yeah,
David Carr. Terrible. Like the highlight when they came into the league was they beat Dallas that fucking season. And that fucking first game of the Texans season. And it took from, let me put this into context for people who understand. Sorry, I'm yelling. People like, you're blowing up my speakers, so you're yelling. Sorry. The Texans came into the league 2003. They did not draft Deshaun Watson until 2017. It took them 14 years. 14 to find their franchise quarterback. And because of ineptitude and getting the Holy Ghost from Easterby, like the man doesn't want to be there anymore. And he's saying, get me the fuck out of here. To the point where I think if they don't trade him, he's going to sit the whole season. I think he's that committed to saying, fuck the Texans.
You think so?
I think so. I think
I think that's what it's gonna take, bro.
I think he's willing. I think
that's
he
what
is.
I don't think he gets traded this offseason.
I think he's willing to sit the entire season. I 100% do.
I think it's gonna take that. It's gonna take him sitting the offseason for them to make that move. I don't think he gets traded this offseason.
Could you imagine if he did sit the whole season and then fucking the head coach they wanted to hire Josh McCown?
Oh man, that'd be fucking hilarious, though.
I think he's willing to sit the whole season. And I'm just saying, as a Texans fan, imagine how they feel right now, bro.
Bro, because like they didn't do nothing wrong. Like they love Deshaun Watson. They,
and they went from almost being the Chiefs in the playoffs almost a year ago, up 24-0, and now your franchise could be walking out the door because
can't even find a head coach. Like, who's the head coach?
David Cutley didn't even know he was black. I thought he was white.
He was black. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, with us.
So, just like Ryan said, it took the Saints, for them to get a true franchise quarterback besides Archie. Like, come on, man. Like, I just want people just to understand and value the quarterback position in the NFL properly. That's all I'm asking for. Like, that's it, man. Like,
that's it.
It like you don't go very far in the NFL these days, and often like it doesn't matter how good the defense. Like that whole concept of having dominant defense, like that's just gone, bro.
Bro, gone, dog. Gone. Look at the Rams.
We can just look at the last Super Bowl, Ryan. just look at the last Super Bowl. 49ers.
Let's go.
Was up
onto defense.
Was up 10 in the fourth. then 15 said, you know what? All right.
Time to stop playing. Like let's get this over with.
Boom, 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 boom. Vaunted defense got cut up. Man, speaking of that San Francisco defense, can we just think about how well Drew played against them last season? Like,
oh man,
as like that last hurrah.
Was that his last hurrah? Like, was that his last great game?
That and the Titans game was a little misleading because they set some players. So I would say, yes, that was it, bro. Like that and the Bucks game. Like those were in the Bucks game this year, the second Bucks game. Yeah. Those were it, bro.
Nah, but I'd say like as far as like opponent.
Yeah.
Defense and all that stuff. Yeah. Like,
bro.
That 49ers game, that was, fuck, you should have won that game, man.
Bro, that was
God damn it.
See, there you go.
Should have been a win, man.
That was vintage Drew, bro. Like, that was just him just on a different level. He cut him up, bro. Cut him up.
Scored too damn quick, bro. Damn it.
That's how it be. Speaking of, the Saints were supposed to have a pretty good defense that year too.
Yeah.
Give me the quarterback every time. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. We talked Mac Jones. We went a little long. I went on a rant like I tend to do. We do want to get someone on the pod this week. Don't know who it's gonna be. Maybe get Kevin Patrick on for him to talk about just the Lions. That'd be a good idea. Like I know this is the Saints Twitter podcast, but as a Lions fan and someone who covers and very goes over the Lions very closely, I would love to get Kevin on here just to talk about just what the fuck the Lions are doing, and like the whole golf thing. I know that we're also going to record was it like the Twitter LLC podcast? Like the Twitter LLC episode.
Yeah, on the backs of the whole GameStop stock, Reddit, all that shit. I got my cousin coming on. He's a certified financial planner. He runs his own company. Heavily involved in stocks. Foreign exchange trading, all that shit. We're gonna come on. We're just gonna talk. We're gonna talk stocks, LLC, Twitter, entrepreneurship.
Oh boy, I'm
all that shit.
I'm gonna learn something today.
Yeah, we're gonna try to learn something. We're gonna try to just we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, that I'm looking forward to because I'm for sure gonna learn something in that episode. And then there's Super Bowl on Sunday. I know some Saints fans probably don't want to watch it because Tampa Bay's in there, but
man, you gonna watch that shit? I'm gonna put it on, but
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
But we'll see. I want to see. I'm interested to see how well or not well Mahomes plays, because I don't think that Tampa Bay defense. I don't think they hold up against that offense, man. I just don't.
No.
I don't, bro.
I got the Chiefs winning, bro. It's no question to me.
Part of me wants to say it like thinking about how the second half of that Packers game, it might not be close. Like, I don't know, man. We never know with football.
Bro. Like, I just feel like Mahomes playing a different game. Like,
yeah, bro. It's
playing a different game than everybody else. It's a different game. Shout out to the Raiders. Raiders getting that one win against the Chiefs.
Bruh.
That shit random as fuck. Like shout out to them, man.
I was going to ask you this before we go, but did I ask you if you would be interested in bringing Mark Ingram? Like, I don't think we even talked about him being cut from the Ravens.
Oh yeah, about Ingram.
Yeah,
I love him back, man. I don't know how. Is Murray under contract next season?
I think he is.
Oh, that'd be a little awkward. But I wouldn't cut Murray. I wouldn't cut Murray for him. But I'll let Ingram, like, bro, you want to come back? Like, bro, like, be a third running back. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You just wasn't doing shit with the Ravens. Like, just come back. You ain't doing shit anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Might as well. I'd be for it too. Because truth be told, I mean, it's not a reason the Saints lost that game, but AK being the primary and him not having anyone else against that Bucks game like that. Yeah, bro. It was telling, bro. Like,
it wasn't talked about at all.
Like, I think I saw maybe just whatever.
Oh yeah.
On Twitter, kind of mentioned how AK seemed like kind of gotten run down towards the end because he was the primary running back and he was getting obliterated by Levante David and Devin White all game.
They be bountying his ass, bro. Every game.
Oh, they probably
got them stacks.
They probably got made $1,000 for it. That came out today that they bet each other $1,000 for the first to see which one makes the first big play.
Of course they do. Of course.
Anyhow, we're not salty or anything. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. We do have upcoming episodes. Sorry about the gap in time of the last episode, but we wanted to make sure that we watched Mac Jones and gave him a proper evaluation. We're gonna do the same thing. If you guys have people that you guys want us to watch as prospects, send them to the Saints Twitter. You can add us, but please be mindful. Think of players that may actually be in the range that the Saints could draft. Like, I'm not watching Zach Wilson. I'm not doing it. It's a waste of time.
Waste of time.
He's going top 5. Like, no. So if it's a player that's in the range of late first round or maybe like even mid round that may fall, send us suggestions. We're going to try to put another poll out there this week. On that'll close probably like Friday, Saturday, whatever. And then we'll evaluate the next player. So send us suggestions. Just be mindful in the range of where the Saints are, or maybe higher, but don't send us anyone in the top 10. Please don't, because it's dumb. It's a waste of time. I think that's it. We're going to get out of here. Thank you to all our Patreon subscribers. I know it's kind of the Saints off season, so it's a little slow, but we still do intend to give great content. That means that I'm tired and I need to go to bed. Anyway, let's get out of here. With that, we're out.
Peace.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly.